It's your boy, with another Cain run. I just like this guy. Whoa, a library, what the hell? Okay. I vibe with it. I like the idea of getting this library straight away. I beg of you, please do not be the library with the spikes. Thank you for not being the library with the spikes. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Because otherwise, this would have been terrible. As Cain, that library is hellish, because guess what? Unless you can fly, or find another way to get flight, you only have 2 HP, so have fun. I love this golden bomb allowing me to get into my secret rooms for free. Strange Attractor is funny in some ways, but I don't think I want to take it. It ends up griefing you a lot of the time. To be fair, I'm not playing a character like The Lost, for instance, that would suffer a great deal from being cursed with Strange Attractor. However, that being said, I also just want to avoid it. It's not a great item to have. It's kind of a nightmare. Can I get these guys over here, please? Thank you. I need to be able to kill this motherfucker. Thank you. God damn, dude. Whoever designed those stone fatties really, like, did a marvelous job. If the goal was to design the most annoying enemy in the game, they did an absolutely phenomenal job. Ah, lovely. One of these types of curse rooms. Let me guess. I'm gonna step on the button. Yep. What a surprise to absolutely nobody. It spawned enemies. There's just nothing worthwhile in here, except for that soul heart that I'll get after I beat the boss. That's about it, really. Blighted Ovum is said boss. I'm just gonna blow him up. There you go. HP, huge. Just use the Star Scotch straight away. I don't want that game, kid. I don't want the D4. What the hell, man? Is it just gonna be one of those runs where I get jack squat for the first couple of floors, man? Like, what the hell? At least I saved myself a key of, you know, having to be disappointed wasting a key on that. Surely this shop is going to have some goodies for me. What's going on right now, man? What's going on right now? I gotta say, these items have been mighty disappointing so far. That sounds like I'm starting to sound like a fucking, like, an actual, like, YouTuber, you know, like those 2013 era Minecraft YouTubers. Oh, I sure think that was a mighty disappointing thing, don't you think, guys? Like, did they talk like your audience is actually 12-year-old kids? No matter how hard times got, I can always rest easy that in my entire YouTube quote-unquote career, however long I've been making videos for, I never stooped to the level of acknowledging that my audience mainly consists of kids. There may have been points when that was the case, when I was making TF2 videos, but I never acknowledged it, aka I never, you know, specifically sought out to make content for kids. And, you know, I honestly, I like to shit-talk it as much as the next person, but you can't really blame YouTubers for doing that, because it's an insanely large market. It was such a big market, and it was such a big deal, you know, that YouTube had to put on restrictions on content made for children. That's why YouTube Kids became a thing. That's why ad guidelines changed, or much of why you can't put ads on YouTube Kids videos and stuff like that. It makes perfect sense, really, as to why it's a thing. Or why they did it, because it's such a massive market. If you can just have your videos be viewed by 7-year-olds that are growing up on an iPad, then yeah, of course you would. Because they're not discerning viewers, they're not gonna leave comments, or at least not terrible ones. They're just gonna watch the video, probably in its entirety, probably not even well conscious, they're not gonna critique it in any way, and they're gonna give you a ton of ad revenue. Anybody remember Spider-Man and Elsa? Yeah, that's the same type of deal, right? God, what a long boss fight this was, by the way. Look at the room just covered in shit. Okay, I got my devil deal, which is what I wanted, which I was clinging on to so desperately. Will I actually check the devil deal? I've been burnt by these a lot lately, so I'll check it. Okay. Well, yeah, I gotta take Goathead. That's worth taking. I will find other ways to get angel deals, but Goathead is just, it's just that good. Oh, good pills. A health up, makes up for what I just did. Another tears up. Okay. Health up, luck up. I love Cain, man. I love Cain. I love getting good pills. It's great. It makes me happy. It is crazy though. I wonder if there's still YouTubers that are like treading that line now, where they don't want to make videos for kids, because obviously that's not a market that actually gives them any sort of revenue, right? They can't put ads on those videos. But they still, you know, try to appeal to a younger audience because they know that those are technically less discerning viewers, less discerning customers. They won't engage with the videos in a critical manner or anything like that. I suppose that's probably a thing. I wouldn't know, But I think that's probably what the average Roblox videos are like, I would imagine. I don't know, it's crazy. Like, there's adults now. People that are adults that grew up playing Roblox. I was just outside of the Roblox era. Like, I know it started in, like... When was Roblox on? Like, 2004, 2005 or something like that? So it's been around for, like, ages, right? But it didn't really catch on to any form of widespread appeal until I was already well into my teens. And by that time, ooh, I was Minecraft pilled, right? I was a Minecraft kid. And I saw Roblox, was like, what the fuck? This is just a shitty browser version of Minecraft. Why would I play this when I can just play the shitty browser version of Minecraft? Right? Like, it was out of my time, basically. But there's people that are adults now, that are just a few years younger than me. That grew up, like, on Roblox and shit. And it's crazy, bro. To me, Roblox is exclusively a children's game, but I suppose there's adult stuff in there as well. Didn't they recently have, like, I saw some news that were like, Roblox to no longer block adult content or something like that? Or maybe they started blocking it because people were making it, which is even weirder? Oh, there's a sacrament on this floor. Huge. I would love to play that a little bit if I had the HP available for it. First of all, let's check for a secret room right here. It just seems likely. Let's go. If I can get myself an angel on this floor, I will absolutely go for broke on this. I don't have to keep the soul hearts alive for deal chances, because that doesn't matter. There you go. That's already an incredible increase in angel chances. What more could you want? Ah, well, 25 extra percent, for instance, would be pretty good, yeah. That's a pretty good get, I would argue. Surely with an 82.5% chance, I must get that deal, right? Surely. Now to just do this fight without dying. I don't even have to not get hit, I just have to not die, which I think should be pretty easy. I don't think I'm getting hit against Blub 5 times, especially with my current damage output and tier rate and all that good stuff. I should be totally fine. Please be an angel deal. I beg of you. Let's go. HP up is always nice. Oh, the Mind or Book of Revelation? Obviously, I'm taking the Mind. Blow up one angel statue first. I'm behind you. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna chase me down? Oh no, I'm so scared. Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Dumbass! Damn, I wish I had rerolls right about now. Oh boy, I do have a ton of money, so I should, like, you know, restock a little bit in here. Grab some stuff like this. Huge damage up out of that alone. Yeah, with those Keeper Sack buffs, oh my god, my damage output improved so much. More stuff for me. Let's go. By the way, finished... I'm just gonna bring this up because why it might as well, right? Finished our Terraria Calamity playthrough yesterday. Clocked in at only about 20-ish hours, which is fast for a Master Mode Calamity playthrough. Master Mode / Revengeance mode. So, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do Infernum straight away. Probably not. But for those people that were caring about that, there you go. There's your update on that. It was fun. But it is really crazy how Calamity mod, much rather, in Terraria suffers from, like, one pretty glaring design flaw. And it's not even, like, I say it's glaring, it's not, like, ultra terrible, obviously, because it's still fun at the end of the day. But the design flaw is that by the time you hit the very late game, you know, like, post-Moonlord stuff, the game basically becomes a thing of, here, you kill this boss, you get access to 25 new weapons that you can craft with the materials that the boss drops or the events the boss unlocks, which becomes less and less as you progress. And out of those 25 weapons, about half of them are actually usable. They're actually, like, good and fun and not just directly outclassed by another option in the same tier. And then on top of that, as soon as you beat the next big boss, which, unless you're playing at a really high difficulty setting, is only gonna take you 10 minutes, maybe. A couple of attempts at most, right? Especially if you're familiar with it. And then immediately you're onto a new tier of items that is completely outclassed again. Like, that completely outclasses your previous items. You got no reason to use them anymore. There's so many cool and fun weapons that you make that you get to use for one boss fight if you're lucky. Sometimes it's not even all that good on that one boss fight because, well, especially if you're playing melee. I love playing melee. A lot of weapons are designed to be, you know, melee. You're as close as possible, true melee. A lot of bosses don't really allow you to get that close to begin with, or they move around way too much. That they outrange you. Like, you can't really use melee all that effectively, right? So you end up not even getting to use most of those weapons on anything, and then immediately after, you make a new one that's way better. It's a bit messed up, don't you think? I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of a glaring design issue. There's not enough endgame content. I get that the mod has been around for ages, and obviously it's all free and stuff, so I'm not gonna raise this as some sort of, you know, scathing criticism of it. At the end of the day, it's all free, and it's still a fun mod. It's just, if they want to really improve it, what they have to do is get working on, you know, making some more stuff that you can actually do in between. Like, at least in the early game in Terraria, you make like a weapon, like you make a fucking iron broadsword, and you're using that shit for like 5 hours, because it's all you've got. The early game progression is so much slower, and you're spending so much time doing stuff that isn't killing bosses, right? You're exploring, you're mining, and all that stuff, and you're using the weapons during that. In the end game in Terraria, and especially in modded Terraria, all you're doing is just killing a boss for its resources, basically, making new gear, rinse and repeat. So all you're using the new gear for is killing a singular boss. They need to add more shit for you to do in between. At least in Calamity, sometimes they make you go mining again. But, you know, that takes like 5 minutes as well. By the time you have all that stuff, you're mining so quickly that it don't matter, right? So it's something that's always been a bit of a criticism of mine on that stuff, where, like, yeah, it's cool that you get all these nice weapons, like, oh, Arc of the Elements, and Biome Blade, Galaxia, and then you maybe get to use them against one boss if you choose to, and that's it. I guess at the end of the day, it's always up to what you want to do personally, right? It's your personal challenge that you can set yourself. You're gonna use only a specific weapon, naturally, yeah. Obviously, that's very sensible. You could argue at the end of the day, the balance lies with the player and not the devs in that regard. But still, I feel like there's room for improvement there, I feel. Especially when they have a guide on the official wiki page. Oh, you can use stitches to not take damage against stuff, that's nice. Although you can't use it to open these chests without taking damage. That's annoying. But not taking curse room damage is cool. I had a feeling you can use stitches for that. But yeah, if they have an official guide on the Calamity mod wiki, right? I'm like, oh, what? Here's at which stage you should use which weapons that are like most effective, and then half of the weapons they put on that list are not even all that good, and then they leave other weapons that are actually better off the list as well. And like, it's a bit of a fickle thing, right? They nerf all the fun weapons, and then they make all the they don't buff anything in return or whatever. I'm being pedantic now. I'm like just nitpicking at this point because it's funny. Be that as it may, it was still hella fun. Really enjoyed it. Really good stuff. Let's see what this Devil Deal has. A Krampus. Let's telefrag and Lamau. That did a lot of damage, actually. What the fuck? I was not expecting it to do that much damage. That's incredible. Anyway, what do we got in here? Clicker? Absolutely don't care. Cursed Eye. What is with the items I'm getting on this run, man? They're all terrible. I can tap shoot with Cursed Eye. That doesn't really bother me, so long as I don't get hit. But, like, man! My item rooms have been pretty much awful across the board. Actually, wait, I have Cursed... I have Black Candle. So the teleportation on Cursed Eye doesn't even happen. I've just remembered. If you have Black Candle, the Cursed Eye downside doesn't exist, so it's actually just like a great item. Because of my high fire rate, it's basically like just a higher fire rate because I can tap fire. It's kind of like having a soft version of Chocolate Milk. That's actually pretty good. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna be upset about getting Cursed Eye here. And I probably still wouldn't have taken it had I known that it was there. But, in the grand scheme of things, it's actually not that terrible. It's actually kind of useful here. But man, am I gonna wear out my wrist. Oh boy. It's gonna become annoying if I don't get another charge item though. Like, Cursed Eye is gonna be so annoying if I get something like high tier rate, like Soy Milk or something. And then I don't get... Unless it's like Brim, and if you have a high enough fire rate, it just starts auto-firing, right? That's obviously possible. But if it's not like that, oh, it's gonna be so annoying. I didn't care about getting hit, man. Like, you don't bother me. You don't even phase me. You guys are just... You're nothing to me. You're dust before me. Some tears, let's go. That's always good. That's my Shadow and Abyss. Fuck do I want this shit for? Why are so many of the items I've been encountering so bad, and yet this run is pretty good? This run has been pretty much exclusively carried by shops so far. Okay, well, I'll go for broke here, man. That's because I got red hearts spawning due to old bandage, and I'm not gonna play it anymore. But yeah, this is fine. Oh, greed, of course, naturally. Well, I suppose we're done here then. This floor has come to its logical conclusion, and we can just bugger right off. Oh, a bedroom. Do you happen to be a clean one, perhaps? Of course not. It's got a freak inside as well. Let's go into this curse room. Why don't you? Ooh. Ooh, do I even have familiars? No. No, I don't. I have one fly orbiting me. That's probably gonna turn into nothing. Maybe? I'm pretty sure. What happens when you have a pretty fly and you use Sac Altar? Nothing, right? Nothing happens. So basically there's no point in taking Sac Altar right now. I have nothing. But if I find familiars, I should definitely try to cycle them into something with Sac Altar. I think that's a smart idea. Oh, there's my other greed, which means I have to worry about this in the shop now. That's good. Well, a forget-me-now. Look, Stitches, you've been fun! But I think it's time we part ways. Thank God I took the forget-me-now. The other item would have been fucking Butterbean. So, I made the right choice once more. I'm sorry, Stitches. I'm sorry it has to be this way. I'm sorry we have to part ways like this, but damn it if I don't like me a forget-me-now. Blanket. Well, I'll take it, I guess. I need to spend money anyway. This is my last... It's not my last shot, and I got one more after this. I guess I'll take the pill. It's probably good. Or it could be a shot speed up, which is rather inconsequential, to say the least. For now, let's fight the heretic and his goons. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna kill his goons, and then I'm gonna High Priestess his ass. Fuck you. Get double High Priestess assist. Tier 8, which is gonna do nothing. Oh! Now that's an interesting devil deal, isn't it? Do I? It's a bit late for Damocles. It's a tad late. Does not double shop, chest, or devil deal items. You know, that's the problem. I only have one floor left with an item room. And potentially special rooms like well, the libraries, I guess. Isn't there a mod that makes Damocles a bit better? That makes it work on chest items as well? Basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think Damocles is even worth taking. Not just because of the inherent risk, which would be my usual cope, but quite literally because it's not gonna work on that much anymore. I'm not taking it. I'm taking Guppy's Collar. I don't care about Dark Arts, obviously. I can go for Broke, man. I got HP lying around for days. That's just a good item. Thank you. Anyway, Sac Altar, yeah, not gonna be all that useful, huh? Might as well see. Okay, hold on. I have time. I'm not feeling lazy today. I have time. Here's what we're gonna do. Bring back Stitches for one more Encore, just so I can go into the curse room without taking damage. Sac Altar just to see what happens. Get at least one item of some sort, maybe. That would be worth it already, right? Huh? Okay, so first of all, pretty flies give you items. Second of all, I was not expecting Brimstone. Okay, yeah. Void, huh? Let me guess, this is an active item, so voiding it does nothing? Yeah. Damn, okay. Do I want to forget me now? Now? I don't think I do. I think I'm good with where I am. That's, yeah, that's incredible. Holy shit. I don't know what to say. I could void the forget me now and then use it at some later point, I suppose. Oh well. Change of plans. We're rocking the void. Whoo! Please don't be another tier 1 active item, I swear to God. Halo flies. Hey, they're back! My flies are back! Let's go! It's like they never even left. Send that shit, dude. There's my third pretty fly. It's like nothing ever even happened. I just got Brimstone for free and that's it. Sure, I'll take a soul locket. That's all you got? That's all you got. What about you in here? Oh, despair. My favorite type of curse room, the one with 5 spiders. Oh, compass is useless to me. I have money for days though, so I will be spending a lot of it on this. Can you give me like actual items, please? Like, not just the cheapo shit that nobody actually wants? Thank you. Like, give me some keys out of this. There's no point in voiding it, but you know, it's good to have. Yeah, just give me like anything. Really, I just gotta spend my money on something. Wow. Okay. I don't even know what I missed out on. I didn't really pay attention, but this is, yeah. Could have doubled that. Don't see a reason why I would. What am I gonna use the Plopia on? I don't know. Like, I'll buy it just to have it. I should void it, actually, and then I can use it in the future, maybe? I think that's how it works, right? If I void it now, and then at a future point, I can... If I just never use the void's use function now, I can just use it on the... Ah, screw it. I can use it on the dark room, and then get, you know, a bunch of goodies. Oh my god. Piggy bank and old bandage going crazy here. I'm gonna get all my money back immediately. Was I ever out of money? Because I don't think I was. I don't think I need to keep playing it. I think I'm done. I think I'm at 99 cents. Yep, okay. Here's a semi-genuine question, I guess, that I have. It's something that's been plaguing me again in the past couple of days. And it basically goes something like this. How can I convince my 63-year-old father to stop buying cheap electronics from China? If you're aware of the deeper lore behind this, you know that my dad cannot resist the siren song of buying cheap electronics from China. Now, these electronics are not even necessarily bad, and the arguments he has are usually sound. First of all, most of the time, the stuff is the same hardware, whether you buy it in China or you buy it from a Western company. Let's say specifically the thing he's been wrangling with again lately has been security cameras, or like, you know, like IP cameras. Because he recommended to a friend of the family that is a good solution because she wanted to set up cameras around her house, and he was like, I know how to do it, I'm gonna order some for you, and I'm gonna set them up for you. Which he is now regretting doing, by the way, so maybe he's already on the right track. But, you know, he bought a set of 4 cameras and an HVR recorder, and has been wrangling with them for the past 2 days now to get them set up and running. Because, here's the thing, even if the hardware for the Chinese shit you buy is the same as you would get here, right? If you were to buy a similar set of cameras and a recorder here from a Western company, the hardware is probably the same, and you're paying a massive markup on it. Absolutely, yeah. Like, it's no secret that Western companies put insane markups on stuff that shouldn't be insanely expensive. Like storage space, for instance, right? Absolutely. I don't disagree with that in any regard, way, shape, or form whatsoever. The problem is, though, you're not just paying a markup because you're buying it locally. You're paying a markup for a lot of other things as well. Like service, and better software, and user experience, and all that sort of stuff, right? The thing you need to understand is when you're buying cheap shit in China, you are not getting any support, or at least not any good support. You cannot look up anything. Even if there's a manual, it's in such broken English and so poorly translated that you basically get none the wiser from it. Not to mention the fact that my dad, despite being quite tech literate for somebody his age, like among boomers, he's probably in the top 1 percentile of tech literacy. He's very tech literate, and he, like, I'll give him this as well. He is unbelievably patient. The amount of patience he's been stretching out lately, the past couple of days, just to try and get those cameras working. He apparently got them working, by the way, is unparalleled. I would not have had that amount of patience. The one problem is, because he's 63 and grew up in East Germany, he barely knows a lick of English. So even if he could read the English manual, which he can't, which is what he needs me for a lot of the time, he still probably wouldn't have a good time trying to actually decipher it. But then, you know, because of that, he also can't Google stuff. He can't look stuff up online to figure out, like, oh, maybe somebody else has done this. That's the thing, if you have a Western product, or a product with a bigger user base that isn't some no-name brand from China, that is, you know, just, like, stolen straight off the production line from another company, you can't look stuff up for the Chinese stuff. You're not gonna find somebody who, you're not gonna, like, if you encounter a problem, you're not gonna find resources on how to fix that unless it's a very generic problem that applies to multiple, or like to any product of that product range. It simply doesn't exist. Oh, hell yeah. So, like, how do I explain to him that the reason he's wasting so much time, or like much rather, the reason he's paying so little money for the Chinese shit is because he's paying with his time instead. He's saving money on the initial purchase of the product, but he is wasting so much money in worth of his time by having to wrangle with it to get it working and get it set up, right? Because that shit has a terrible user experience. They always come with some, like, specific third-party apps that you need to install, and they never work, and it's always like a handful. The HVR recorders never have more than 1 USB slot, so you can't even plug in a keyboard to, like, type on or something like that. It's a nightmare, bro. I could void these, but why would I, right? Why would I? I just don't understand why he goes through that trouble. I guess he's got all the time in the world, right? He's retired, and he's the most patient person I know, which is honestly commendable. I don't know how he does it, but he's extremely patient. So maybe that's part that plays into it. But how do I explain that to him? Because I've tried many a time to explain to him that it's a stupid idea to buy cheap shit in China, but then he's like, yeah, but it's cheap though. So even if it's bad, it only cost me $10. Like, brother, yeah, it costs you $10, but it also costs you 3 days of your time that you could be doing something more productive in. Something better, you know? You're wasting your time on this shit, man. How do you explain that to a 63-year-old man? I don't understand how he puts up with that. I would never put up with that. I don't know why I'm keeping the black rune, but I guess I want to void an active item without putting it into my void. Matter of fact, hold on. There's a situation like that I want to have, yeah. I don't really want to void either of these into my void, so turn them into stats. There you go, boom. That's pretty good, right? But yeah, I've said this before, because he's also set up, you know, some of those cameras, and these are like older and much shabbier around our house, and they kind of work. The day that I inherit this house, those cameras are getting unplugged. Day one. Like, I'm driving home from the funeral, and I'm unplugging those cameras. It sounds messed up, but believe me, the amount of trouble that I've had to go through to help him set up those things that I do not give a shit about. Oh my god. I get it, that's like a thing for like old people. For some reason they get more paranoid and whatnot, and he like really just wanted to have cameras like overlooking our yard and shit. I get that, okay? I get why he did it. But if there's ever a problem with them, I've already told them, I'm not helping you with them. They better work, and if they're not working, pretend I'm not even here. I'm a ghost. And the second that I inherit this house, those things are gone. So I have diplopia in my void, right? Does it tell me what I have in my void? It doesn't. But I think I have the diplopia in here. Does it work? It totally does. Holy shit. The real question is, would it have worked again? Probably not, right? Well, let's grab some conjoined pieces. There's 2 of them right here straight away. Might as well grab Bloody Gust. Might as well grab this because it's free damage. I'll keep the rest around for now. At the end of the day, if wrangling with the Chinese tech stuff makes him happy, brings him joy, so be it, right? Gotta keep his brain fit or something like that. It's just that getting dragged into it and getting asked about every little thing that he, like a normal person would just Google, but he can't because he doesn't know English, is, yeah. Maybe it's an issue that's gonna alleviate itself, right? He's been making a bit more of a commitment to trying and learn English, holy shit. So maybe that's gonna be solved by itself. Yeah, the diplopia only worked once. I assumed as much. That's good to know, though. Yeah, that damage up out of Eve's Mascara is gonna go huge here. As if I wasn't already dealing plenty of damage, to be fair. Being able to one-shot enemies even without making use of the maximum lump of coal range. Always nice. I just realized, when I use this Magician card, I'm gonna get Book of Belial effect, right? Because I have Tarot Cloth. And that is gonna translate into a damage multiplier because I have Blood of the Martyr, right? That's gonna be crazy. I've just realized that. Why is it always... First of all, I'm glad I got Brimstone, so like having Cursed Eye with this is not something that's even on the table. Do I want Soy Milk here? It's gonna be a 80% damage down. So I'm dropping down to like 5 damage, but it's gonna be a constant Brimstone beam? Fuck, yeah, I gotta, man, I gotta. I'm actually dropping to 8 damage. I did the math wrong. Right, I'm stupid. Of course, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. I'm just silly. Yeah, this is the guy that just said a couple of videos ago, has reiterated several times that he loved maths in school. Bro cannot divide 40 by 5 and figure out what the hell it is. What the hell, man? Let's void you and then use you here so I get another chest. Haha! Isn't that smart? Probably could have avoided both of those items as well, but whatever. Hello, buddy. Man, you're taking a bit too long here. I gotta move away from you so I get lump of coal damage bonus. There you go. Nope, obviously I'm not gonna do any more here. Time to fight the big guy. That's what I came here for in the first place. Let's see if my hypothesis is true, by the way, that I'm actually gonna get the damage bonus out of... oh, there was another shovel here. I never even noticed, Lamel. Let's see if that hypothesis holds true, that I'm gonna get the damage bonus, the multiplier, out of having Magician. It feels like it. Like, plus 5 damage certainly is a lot. That's more than I would have gotten out of just Book of Belial. I think it totally works because I have Blood of the Martyr. That's very cool. And this is a very high damage build, oh my god. Especially with the lump of coal bonus as well. If I'm standing at the very edge here. Look at him melt, bro. Holy crap. That's insane! This is a very powerful run for something that's so simple. Like, it's not flashy at all, right? Usually these runs are kind of flashy by this time. If they kill Mega Satans quickly, they're really flashy. There's like tears flying everywhere and like wacky tear effects and fires and explosions. Nah, man. It's just one Brimstone beam. Like, one juiced up Brimstone beam that happens to be a little homing and constant. Matter of fact, like, if I didn't have Soy Milk, this would probably have been slower. I don't know. I don't know if it would have been faster or slower. Either way, he's dead. And the run is over. Would you look at that? Hope you've enjoyed yourself. I've had a great time, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. I'm in your walls.